Hey, come on in and welcome to A Win is a Win podcast, where sports and everything else collide. Comfortable? All right. Let's go, Dr. T.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. All right, y'all. Welcome back. So much to unpack. Oh, my goodness, y'all. This big bill. I don't even know what just happened, but there's so much going on. And when I'm going to keep it sports, because if I go into a tangent, you already know we're going to go down a rabbit hole that I'm just not going to get out of. So, before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this podcast. And don't forget to tell someone and tell somebody else to join A Win is a Win. And don't forget to go ahead and hit that notification bell so you know when a new episode drops. You can catch us on Apple Podcast. You can catch us on Spotify or wherever you get your podcast. And don't forget, go ahead and hit that like button. You know, it just keeps us in the algorithm, lets everybody know, hey, there's a little podcast over here that you might want to check out. All right, so what just happened, y'all? Because, you know, Trump is on a entire revenge tour. And this new gambling loss tax rule to me is just Trump's middle finger to bettors. So let's just break this down. All right. So this section 70114, extension and modification of limitation on wagering losses, in this ugly ass bill that he passed, or Congress passed, literally for some signed hats and t-shirts they got bullied into. Anyway. So this change slated to take effect starting with the 2026 tax year, covering 2025 earnings. Now check this out. It does the following. Let's unpack this a little bit. It limits bettors to writing off only 90% of their gambling losses against their winnings. Now let me break this down, what this means to simple terms. Now, before, if you won 100,000 and lost 100,000, you could deduct all your losses. Your net taxable income from gambling was $0. All right, stay with me. Now, currently, you can only deduct 90% of your losses, and even if they're equal to your earnings. So in that same case, 100,000 in winnings, only 90,000 in allowable losses, 10,000 will be taxed as income, despite having no net profit. Let me say that again. Despite having no net profit. So this essentially forces bettors to pay taxes on phantom income. And that's why people are pissed. So let me explain the middle finger theory that I have. Y'all know, and if you don't, let me run it down. Trump has a real jacked up history with gambling. Let's not forget that he owned multiple failed casinos. Remember that Trump Taj Mahal and that Trump Plaza, whatever that shit was? Yep, let's start there. Ironically, this tax hit feels like punishment for the same industry he once tried and fucked up and failed to dominate. Looking for some quality betting picks? Well, download the Discord app and join our group, Bet Masters Lounge, where you can get positive EV and arbitrage along with best bets and parlays. Download Discord now, send us an invite, and get in on the action. I'm going to keep going. Now, some bettors are really pissed because, like I said before, because he failed, now this is like a huge slap in the face. Revenge tour? Yeah, I think so. Gambling equals working class side hustle. So now he basically in this bill, okay? And I'm going to just stop for a minute. I'm going to just keep it real with y'all if I can, because that's what I always do. He ain't even know what was in the bill when he was asked specifically what was in this bill, and they broke it down. Whoever this interviewer was broke it down line item by line item by line item by line item. He didn't even know what was in the joint. So just like everything else, I feel in this administration, he's a puppet to the puppet masters. Little Stephen Miller's little twitch face ass, little JD Vance, little Maybelline eyeliner wearing ass freak. And you got Peter Thiel with Palantir and his little antichrist ass. All of them has something to do. And that man Voight who wrote Project 2025, yeah, all of them puppet masters. I'm going to keep going. Many sports bettors and DFS players aren't billionaires, period. None of us are. I mean, come on now. Unless you just live in Vegas, you're high rollers, you got multi-millions of dollars, and you're just living on a table somewhere. Okay? You're not billionaires. If you're on FanDuel, you're on DraftKings Sportsbook, you're on Sleeper, you're on whatever app you're using, you're not billionaires. Blue collar at that, middle class, just trying to make a little extra change. This rule hits casual and semi-pro bettors, not casino conglomerates. Knock it off. It favors the house, y'all, by discouraging fair risk taking. And then here's the tax code irony. The rich can often write off losses, stock trades, business expenses with little restriction. But now bettors who often don't have accountants get stuck paying tax on money they never really got. Okay. So here's my question. Are we seeing a war now in this bill on side hustles and independent income streams? Is that the shit that they're pulling out? Betting. Some people are into crypto. Some people are into reselling, online content creation, because they are coming for all of it. That's why I asked people on our Instagram page, did you read the bill? Medicare and Medicaid is already messed up. Social Security is messed up. And by me being a sports medicine doctor, first and foremost, before this podcast, before I jump on this microphone, I have an obligation to the people that come and see me, to my athletes that come and see me, to my community. So I already have that to deal with on the surface. Now, when you go down the rabbit hole and you go a lot deeper, it's some evil stuff. But come on now, side hustles all seems to be facing new tax burdens while corporate entities and the ultra wealthy continue with the shit ass loopholes. Jump down in the comments. Let me know exactly what you think. That's going to end it for this week's episode of A Win is a Win. Hey, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast, and I'll catch y'all next week. Peace.